Boo from the big studio for 9 News Now,
Yeah.
WAFB Plus. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Good morning to you on this brand new Monday morning. So on this Monday, all schools are back in force, back to school for a full week of school. And just know that starting out, it's going to be another hot week as we look at an excessive heat warning, kind of blanketing all of South Louisiana. Steve, that seems to be the picture today.
Yeah, so I think this makes it now 11 straight days of excessive heat warnings. And not just blanket in South Louisiana, statewide, it's almost all it's a big chunk of the Deep South. Do have some changes ahead. We'll get into that in just a moment. But a live look outside right now, showing the sun coming up behind just a few clouds over downtown Baton Rouge. That view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. 80 at the airport in Baton Rouge right now. We're anywhere from the mid-70s to low 80s. Hammond, Gonzales, Patterson, all 77. New Roads right now starting out at 74 degrees. We've got temperatures heating up quickly again today. Mid-90s by noon. Not shown on this graphic, but a high of 102 today. That would tie a record high. And again today, not expecting much rain. Rain chances no higher than about 10%. Let's give you a look at that on Futurecast. This is the graph model. As we advance it through the morning, a few clouds. That's about it. We keep it dry. That's the noon hour. We get deeper into the day now, 3:30. It shows just a couple of showers trying to bubble up. A couple more through late afternoon. Here we are at 6 o'clock, but you get the idea. Rain chances will be minimal once again on this Monday, and by the time we get to sunset and beyond, should be completely dry. So if you happen to get a little rain shower today, consider yourself very lucky. Now, mention some changes ahead this week. This is the available moisture in the atmosphere, the European model. So you see the shades of yellow and red. That's where the air is very humid here along the Gulf Coast. We're going to be tracking a cold front, though. This is tomorrow morning. We're going to pick it up, and you'll notice the shades of blue behind the front. That's drier air, so watch this. Front drops southward. This is Tuesday evening. The front probably starting to move into our area, so it's still humid tomorrow. But tomorrow night, Wednesday morning, that front should be dropping down to the coast, and by Wednesday, that drier, less humid air will filter in. You'll notice the difference. Still going to be hot outside, but the morning temp not as warm. The afternoon high 97 instead of triple digits. But I'm telling you, even at 97, it's going to feel a bit better than where we've been as of late. The other thing that lower humidity does, it allows our morning temperatures to drop off a bit more. Closer to normal, finally, at least Wednesday and Thursday, low to mid 70s. Friday, still not bad at 76. And then by the time we get to the weekend, humidity starts to make a comeback. The other way you'll really notice the change in humidity is going to be that heat index, what it feels like outside. So today we're still talking about oppressive levels of heat and humidity. The heat index peaks near 115. Depending on the timing of the front tomorrow, probably still peaking in the 110 to 115 range for most. But by Wednesday, that's the heat index. The high temperature Wednesday, 97. The heat index around 97 or so, because humidity is going to drop off that much. So it will be a noticeable change. And even Thursday and Friday, at least the heat index not going to be as high as it's been for at least a couple of weeks now. So a little bit of a break. It is a little bit of a break, but at least something to look forward to. Right now, still have that high pressure dome sitting on top of us. That's going to keep it very hot, mainly dry the next couple of days. But tracking a storm system that's spinning across the upper Midwest, what that's going to do is carve out a trough over the eastern half of the country. As that trough develops, that hence helps to send that weak cold front down our way. Cold fronts in August have a tough time doing much for our temperatures, but at least we'll get that impact of the lower humidity. Let's talk about the tropics now. Gulf of Mexico is still pretty quiet this morning. We have a non-tropical low, an upper low spinning through the Caribbean, so nothing to worry about there. And most of the Atlantic remains pretty quiet. We have had a wave that's emerged from Africa near the Cabo Verde Islands. Keeping an eye on that. There's another wave that will be coming off Africa in the next day or two. Some of our model guidance starting to indicate the deep tropics start to get a little more active in the days ahead. We'll see. So right now, the National Hurricane Center spotlighting two separate areas for potential development with time over the next 7 days. But right now, only putting those development odds at 20%. One other thing to mention, I didn't put the graphic in here, but it looks like this week is going to be another mainly dry week. Early next week, some indications we get a tropical wave moving across the Gulf that, if nothing else, may enhance our rain chances a little bit by Tuesday or Wednesday. Just something to keep an eye on. And of course, anything moving through the Gulf this time of year, we'll keep an eye on as well. Nothing going crazy with development at this point, but at least maybe a surge in moisture with that. But in the interim, it's going to be very hot, still very humid today, tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we get that bit of a break in humidity, lows low to mid 70s. Now, Wednesday's high, maybe not triple digits, but quickly back into the triple digits late this week on into the weekend. And by the time we get to the weekend, the full brunt of the heat and the humidity will be back. Minimal rain chances, though, through the weekend. I've got a slight uptick in rain chances early next week. Could go higher if that tropical wave tracks our way. Something to keep an eye on, but still keeping it pretty hot into next week as well. 7:08 now with an update on your first alert traffic. Here's Johnny.
Thank you, Steve. Good morning, everybody. Starting to definitely see our back-to-school traffic happening. We have a wreck that will be clear momentarily if it's not already, but we are seeing a little slow traffic right there at Mickens as you approach Hooper Road. That's going to be Mickens at Dewana Drive is where the wreck is. And we take you out toward the Denham Springs to Baton Rouge run. It's starting to back up right past Juban, then very slow right before 4-H Club Road. By the time you get past Sherwood and Airline and closer to the 1012 merge, it lightens up a little bit. We are seeing some traffic backing up onto the exit that takes you over from I-12 to I-10. And on the right side of the interstate right there at Acadian Thruway, you have a MAP vehicle assisting a motorist. Again, off the beaten path, not creating any backups there. School zones are being enforced until 9 this morning. Don't let it catch you this afternoon, 2 to 4. Make sure you have a hands-free device if you need to do business while you're on the road on your cell phone. 7:08, we do it for you every weekday morning right here on WAFB Plus. It's a capsule format of what we covered this morning, some of the more important bullet headlines in bullet form, and Matt and Liz.
Johnny, thank you. And starting today's headlines, we're still keeping our eyes on that developing story out of Maui. That death toll now rising to 96 people. This is the deadliest wildfire in U.S. history, but certainly in Hawaii as well.
When they talk about it being the deadliest act of Mother Nature emergency in Hawaii, I mean, this is a built on volcanoes, and now this wildfire has taken this many lives, and they're believing that, of course, that death toll could still rise as the search continues for others. Now, this will continue to be a story for a while. It is billions of dollars in damage, and so that's a large amount. But this is how you can help.
Hope for Hawaii, great television, WAFB's parent company, teaming up with the Salvation Army for a donation drive. So if you go to this story on WAFB.com or the 9 News app, look for this picture, the beautiful Hawaiian flowers. If you scroll down, we've got ways to donate, including this, texting fire relief, one word, to 51555. Matt, Salvation Army's partnering with volunteers on the ground. They're providing hygiene items, hot meals, also providing some emotional and trauma care for people who are going back to these devastating sites.
And seeing this, and then obviously the impact is going to be, it's not just physical and monetary, like you said, it's going to be emotional, mental. So make that donation if you can. Now here's the thing, all that's going on, right? And then you get a push from WAFB to your phone, perhaps, with a wildfire, spot fire, grass fire in South Louisiana.
This one coming to you Sunday afternoon, taking you to East Feliciana Parish here. So this kind of happened just south of LA 422 in the kind of community of Wilson. And so this going out, multiple fire departments responding to this, including every volunteer fire department in East Feliciana Parish. 2 large grass fires happening there in the parish. And Matt, you talk about it being a big deal because it's hot outside. You're talking about 2 grass and brush fires, and that accumulating on top of this hot response that firefighters are responding to.
And actually, they had one firefighter had to be treated for like heat exhaustion, that kind of thing. You had somebody else from forestry and ag, a tree fell on the, both folks going to be okay. But that is a big effort when you try to knock down flames in this kind of heat. So we'll get you all caught up. We'll be talking with them a little bit later on today about where they are with this and if they figured anything out. Back into Baton Rouge, a chase of sorts, a very small one, trying to arrest somebody with a stolen car, led to a pursuit that ended at a pretty popular casino.
LaBerge Casino. You're looking at the mugshot of the man that police say was driving the car. 19-year-old Michael Hollins, you can see, charged and arrested with a number of charges, including theft of a motor vehicle, aggravated flight from an officer. Matt, quite the chaotic scene here when you talk about a car chase that ended up at LaBerge Casino. So again, they've got this man in custody. We'll let you know they're looking for one other person related to this as well.
So that's Sunday afternoon, right? How about Sunday morning? BRPD also working a couple of people shot in their own vehicle. Now, the good news, according to authorities, is they're expected to be okay. They drove themselves to the hospital, but they just don't know who pulled the trigger.
We're showing you the map here of kind of where it happened. Airline Highway near Dutton Avenue around 2 a.m. So Matt mentioned it. The 2 people shot drove themselves to the hospital, expected to be okay. There's one other person in that vehicle that they're still looking for here. But if you can help kind of tie these pieces together for police investigating this, the number is Crime Stoppers 344-STOP.
Tying it all together, Kelly Hubbard live this morning over in West Baton Rouge. Of course, it's Pelicans, Port Allen High, getting back at it, and it's been fun getting back to school last week and into this week.
Yeah, I tell you, seeing all the cheerleaders, the dancers, the football team, it's really the community that makes these schools come alive. This morning we were talking with the team, the players, everybody, and they said it's the PA way. All of them excited for this new year. Yeah, they've been practicing hard, getting ready to it. But again, all schools starting a brand new fresh week on this Monday morning.
Speaking of brand new and fresh, you want to go have a brew at the zoo?
Always.
Yeah, want to do that?
September 29th is the big day for Brew at the Zoo. If you'd like to partake in some local beverages, adult beverages at the zoo, well, today is the day to get your tickets. Right now, you're looking at the website for the link to go buy those tickets. There's VIP, there's designated driver tickets, a varying degree of price here, just depending on what you're looking for.
All the stuff.
But this is great because you get to sip on some wine, some beer, while looking at all the zoo animals.
All the animals.
And they light it up so pretty.
It is really is a fun time. Almost as fun as, I don't know, the Dome on a Sunday with the Saints winning. Guys, did you guys you watch the ball game on the Sunday afternoons? Off and on. Off and on, a little bit, Steve?
Yeah, you know, as big a football fan as I am, I have a tough time getting in the preseason.
Exactly.
We get it.
Exactly.
I was there, you know, when Coach Allen said, I think we're gonna play the starters. I want to see my guys play.
Yeah.
I was there for the start. I wanted to see what anything kind of looked like, and okay, I'm good.
According to what I saw on Twitter for the start there, Saints are going Super Bowl.
Oh,
right?
apparently.
I love
We're all the way
it.
there.
Saints rallying behind their team. I love that.
How'd they look, Matt? How do you think?
Look, man, to Steve's point, to everybody's point, we know what these are. They're preseason games. It's not all the ones against the ones, and even the two. You know, you get the twos and threes in there. You're trying to figure out who's going to make the full-time roster, not just the starters you think you have. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it was a fun first series, and what a way to win at the last second.
What, 19 games and counting? Just do this over and over and over and over again?
Regular, right? Well, yeah, pre and regular.
I did see the kicker. I think he got stopped both going in and out of the dome by security. Not recognizing he was with the Saints.
Do you work here? Oh, I'm on the team. Oh, right.
So good.
Yeah, first day jitters, right? Just getting them all out in the first preseason game.
That's right. We'll see you right back here in 10 minutes.
Get yourself summer ready with the award-winning lineup of Hondas at Team Honda. We'll help you find just the right vehicle to hit the road to whatever destination awaits you. Come shop the most awarded brand in Car and Driver's 10 Best history at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Siegen Lane.